showing you how to build a helicopter in LEGO Fortnite. As you see on this island, I've built a couple vehicles, a couple houses, and a couple random other things. But this is my main helicopter, and I'll show you the way that you could do it with the least amount of effort. So it's also going to be known as the easiest way to build a helicopter, well, that I've known. But I'm just gonna head over onto this island and show you. So first you need a flat surface, then you need to place 2 of these and make sure that they're on the same way, like maybe like this, there. And then you have to make sure from the middle that they're connecting good. And I'm just going to go with this. Okay. Next, you want to get this large dynamic foundation, 16 by 16. And you want to snapshot it right into the middle of that, of the one in the middle out of these two, after you placed it. After that, you want to go over here to vehicle parts and pull out vehicle base 02. At this point, you want to go to the edges like this, and if you want it perfectly on, you can make it perfect, but that's how you want it. I'm going to keep it the way that I keep it, but otherwise, the way that I do it is I try and make it fitting. I go with 2 of the vehicle base 02s, and then I go with a vehicle base 01 to finish it off, and it becomes perfect. And I repeat this, and I know that eventually you'll be wanting a door. So eventually, when you reach the wall that you wanted for your door, you could simply just make it. But for me, I'm just gonna make it like right over here. I'm just gonna make it near. So now I'm making the doorway. And sometimes you could put a vehicle base 02. This is what I sometimes do. Or you could also use a couple of these and close it up more. So it's like, so it's closed more. Now I recommend going ahead and building these up to the top, which is at least 4 of these tall. 4, I don't know, Lego things tall. And you want to do that for every small piece, so you don't get confused with the vehicle base 02s and the vehicle base 01s. Keep them all at the same height. Now, where you want to put windows, you can put windows by getting the 02 or 01 vehicle bases and making sure that they're the way you want them to be and across over the air. Like how I would do here, because this will be the back of my helicopter. Also, the place where I'm building myself my windows of the aircraft. Also, when you're building it, try and make it match what is down here as the walls, so it is good. And if it is good, your side will end up looking good, like this. Next, try, if you're in a rush or something, you could try and filling these up by going in snap mode and simply just placing them, which I'm just gonna do this. And now you're finished, well, near finished with the inside. But now if you go down through structures, you can make it over to cabins. I'd recommend you use the large cabin roof or whatever you want. But honestly, just use whatever you want as a roof. But try and use like just normal movement to make sure it's against like perfectly onto the walls. Mostly like this against on top of your walls. Then go into snap mode and snap it all together so then it's perfectly in a giant circle. Then the next thing you want to do from here is go over to controls and get a controllable swivel and place it right here in the middle, not right there, but right in the middle of all of these roofs. And then go back to vehicle parts and get vehicle base 04 and place it perfectly on it. Then you want to bring it, and then you want to keep on placing it until it's at least this high. Meaning you have to build it 4 blocks high. Then you want to get vehicle base 07 and go on the sides like this. I recommend using snap mode and building it 2 to 3 ways out, and do this on all sides. This is to make the helicopter form of the LEGO Fortnite helicopter. And the swivel is so you could spin it. Next thing that I do is get an activated balloon large and place one in the middle, like right there, in the middle of these two at the edges, and do this repeatedly for all sides. And if you do it correctly, by the end of your building, it will end up looking like, okay? It will end up looking like this on top. But the thing is, you might be thinking, well, if you activate all of the balloons at once to lift off, most of them will pop. And that's why you get the wrench, and you make sure to put all the 4 that are in the middle, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, all on different like channels. For me, I'm gonna put it on channel 2 instead of channel 4. Now you can change these to whatever makes you comfortable or whatever you want, really. Just make sure these are on different channels. So then when you want to get up, you can use 2 different channels to make you get higher and lower. But that's not it with the balloons. You want to make more balloons on the side using snapshot mode. On each side like this. So then you can make sure that you get really high. Now with these, you don't change them. Keep them on the originals that you put for the middle and at the edges. This will make it that it'll go higher. And keep it also like how it is in real life. How there is long sticks and you swivel them around. Next, at the back, which for me is at the windows, you could place as much large thrusters as you could fit, but for this build, I am simply gonna make large thruster on each corner. Now, I'm not saying you have to do exactly this. Just if you want it to go very fast, fit a thruster on every space you have if you want to go fast. Now, the next thing I usually do is place small thrusters on the back middle of these. This will make it that you can use a wrench, change the gears, so whatever you want that makes you feel comfortable, other than the same gears as anything else. And this will make it that you could go small distances and fast distances and long distances at different speeds. Now, the next thing you can do is within two choices, but it's whatever you want. First choice is that you place a couple small balloons on your helicopter, so then it could fall very slowly and good. And then option two is you place wheels on the bottom of these, so then when you fall, your helicopter takes no damage. Now for me, I'm building the balloons since I'm more used to building balloons on my vehicles. Because when I started making vehicles, I used balloons. And next, if you haven't yet, you go inside your helicopter and make sure that you put in a driver's seat. And this is so you could actually drive it. Now, you are finished with your helicopter at this point, but if you want, you could put some like lights inside the helicopter, but you could decorate it as you wish now. And for proof that it works, I'm gonna click O. That activates section 2, which is gonna activate the balloons, and it activated no other, and it works. Successfully works. And the way that you turn is by using the swivel to turn. So you get the concept of spinning your helicopter. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.